Thank you, Bonnie. That was just so glorious, and we look forward to having you back here really, really soon. And now it is time for all of us here and out there to segue into Shabbat and thinking how grateful we are here to be all together. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Let's light up the world, oh sisters and brothers, together with peace and love. Bring light to the world, oh brothers and sisters, and sing Hine matov. Yai lai lai, ya la 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 la, Hine matov. Ya la 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 la, umanayim. Ya la 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 la, shevet achim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Ya la 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 la, Hine matov. Ya la 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 la, umanayim. Ya la 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 la, shevet achim. Shevet achim gam yachad.
Welcome home. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how wonderful it is for all of us to sit together as one. These familiar words from Psalm 133 welcome us into our sanctuary tonight. We've been separated over internet interactions, computerized boxes for far too long. Our last Shabbat evening service in person was March 13th, 2020. So it is a great joy and excitement that our congregation takes its first steps back to praying together side by side, sitting together as one. The challenges of the past 15 months are still around us. It will be a while before some of us are able to come back to the sanctuary. And we are grateful for online connections that have kept our community strong and vibrant. We are thrilled for those of you who are able to join us tonight via computer, and we look forward to your returning home to your sanctuary and community in person. The Chafetz Chaim said, "The trip is never too hard if you know you are going home." This has been an arduous journey that only makes it all the more wonderful to be able to share this service with the temple members who are here tonight. Let's make sure our friends on Zoom see our friends in the sanctuary. Tonight is an experiment to help us make sure our in-person services are safe, sensible, and sacred. We will hold Shabbat services on Zoom for all of June. In July, we anticipate moving to a new computer platform that is simpler and more sustainable in the long haul. All services will be live streamed to allow everyone a chance to connect. Over the coming months, we hope to create a secure and appropriate opportunity for everyone to come back home into the sanctuary. Reminders to those in the sanctuary, you have to mute and unmute yourself You can't turn off your screen so we can see you at all times. But we can also hear your voices in song and prayer all together, and we can feel your energy and spirit from one person to another. Every Friday night, we light 2 candles to remember and observe the Sabbath. Tonight, we begin by lighting that 3rd candle. This candle represents each of the people here in the sanctuary. It is your light that helps bring light to our community. We yearn for each light of our community to bring your presence into each other's lives.
So this is a song that we sing at baby namings when we are welcoming children into the world. So we thought it was only fitting that we would sing this. Bruchot habaot, bruchim habaim. Welcome, welcome home. Welcoming all of us home under the wings of Shekhinah. Bruchot habaot, tachat kanfei hashekhinah. Bruchim habaim, tachat kanfei hashekhinah. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace. Bruchot habaot, tachat kanfei hashekhinah. Bruchim habaim, tachat kanfei hashekhinah. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace. May we be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace.
Leading us in our Shabbat candle blessing tonight is Judy Downer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. The Kiddush is on page 123. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon inhilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techilah lemikra'ei kodesh, ze'icher litziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'chata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat L'chaim. L'chaim.
Please be seated. As we celebrate Shabbat tonight, some of us in the sanctuary and some of us from our own homes, we want to connect and greet each other. Over Zoom, we'll be dividing into breakout rooms. In the sanctuary, we'll have time for in-person greetings. Make a new friend or celebrate a familiar face. As we return to our seats,
Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela 138 yala lai la la lai ay la la lai ay la la lai ay la la lai lecha dodi yala lai la la lai ay la la lai ay la la lai lai la la lai likrat kala shamor v'zachor bedibor echad hishmi'anu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litila yala lai la la lai ay la la lai ay la la lai ay la la lai echad odi yala lai la la lai ay la la lai lai la la lai lai la la lai likrat kala likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor ha'beracha mirosh mikedem lesucha סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה איי 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 לך דודי איי 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 לקראת קלה איי 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 בני שבת לקבלה איי 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 לך דודי Yay, yay, לקראת קלה, ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat. And now we're going to verse 5. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki va'orech kumi uri, 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 shir daberi, kevod Adonai, alai niklat. Ay, 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 lecha dodi, ay, 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 likrat kala, ay, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela, boi v'shalom, ateret bala, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, איי איי איי, לך דודי, איי איי איי, לקראת קלה, איי איי איי, בני שבת.
to worship, page 146, please rise.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam va'ed.
Page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brothers, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravi.
Umavir yom, umevir laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tziva'ot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravi.
Page 150.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadita, otanu limadita. Al-Ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbinu, u'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu. V'yorech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavat ka'al tasir, mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue together on page 154 with the V'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Bishinantam livanecha vidibarta bam bishivtika b'veitecha uvlektika vaderech ushokbeka ukumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha uktavtam al mizuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 157, we read together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you,
Page 160.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom ve'hamidenu continue with the Tefillah using only the even-numbered pages beginning on page 164. Please rise.
Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Agid, Tehilatecha, Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora Eleyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Leihem Leman Shemo V'Yahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin Baruch Atah Adonai Magin Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atzara V'Hoshia Maurid Hatal Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofei Kolim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Ishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidom Melach Melech Meimit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kedoshim b'chol yom yehaleluka selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Together, you are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. We read responsively by paragraph on the middle of page 173. Disturb us, Adonai, ruffle us from our complacency, make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness, and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans.
Shock us, Adonai, deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred.
Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears.
Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality.
Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Prayer for Peace, page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue with our own private prayers.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך
We turn now to our Torah service as we take our sacred Torahs from the Ark and share this week's Torah portion. I'm delighted to invite up to help us open the Ark, something we have not gotten to say in a long, long time, to invite up Jody Ann Herman and Roberta Traeger. Page 364, please rise. Please rise.
כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד אלוהינו גדול אדוננו קדוש שמו גדלו לאדוני איתי ונראו במה שמו יחדיו. ישראל ואורייתא וקודשא בריחו היינו, ישראל ואורייתא וקודשא בריחו היינו. תורה תורה הללויה, תורה תורה הללויה,
Torah portion for this Shabbat is Baha'alotecha, comes from the book of Numbers, chapter 12 is what we'll be reading. It is, if you want to follow along in the Plout commentary, for those of you in the sanctuary, they're under your seats, in front of you or behind you, on page 966. We'll be reading from Numbers chapter 12, verses 10 through 13. A very famous section, and many of you are Torah study people. You will definitely recognize this from not that long ago. We're delighted that our Aliyah this evening will be done by Monty Silberger and Linda Freitag.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hambarak.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bakar bam hamikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Shim'u na divrei im yeh nevi'achem Adonai v'mar'eh elav et vadav b'chalom adaber bo lochein avdi Moshe v'chol biti ne'eman hu peh adaber bo umar'eh belo v'chitot utmunat Adonai yabit umadua lo yiretem ledaber be'avdi v'Moshe vayichar af Adonai bam vayilach והענן סר מעל האוהל, והנה מרים מצורת כשלג, ויפן אהרון אל מרים, והנה מצורעת. ויאמר אהרון אל משה, בי אדוני, אל נא תשת עלינו חטאת, אשר נואלנו ואשר חטאנו. אל נא תהי כמת אשר בצאתו מרחם אמו, ויאכל חצי בשרו. ויצעק משה אל אדוני לאמור, אל נא רפא נא לה.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
The world is continually in need of healing. We struggle to fight COVID-19 worldwide and improve vaccine distribution. Anti-Semitism and anti-Israel hatred have risen alongside anti-Asian and anti-Black and other hatreds against people for being themselves. People struggle with illness and loss in their bodies and their families. As we actively work to help each other find healing, we share the words of Moses to God in this week's Torah portion. El na rafan Allah. O God, please heal her. Please heal him. Please heal us all. We invite those in Zoom to put the name of those who need healing into the chat. For those in the sanctuary, please share any names out loud as I look in your direction. And we share these names on behalf of our temple. Elaine Wall, Helen Schloss, Rochelle Weinberg, Ronnie Heller, Jamie Stern, Leah Stern, Joan Lipton, Arlene Green, Sadie Rosenkrantz, Elise Leibowitz, Roberta Traeger, Jody Ann Herman, Justin Levinson, Judith Rubin. Along with the names in our chat and the names we shared out loud, we offer up this blessing for healing that comes right from this week's Torah portion. As we lift and dress the Torah, please rise. We thank Arlene Green for dressing our Torah this evening. And as we return the Torah to the Ark on page 374, we invite you to join us at the Ark, Marilyn Reichstein and Judy Senish. Please be seated. There is no denying tonight is full of mixed emotions. For those in the sanctuary, we are so happy to see each other and to share in our service together. But only a small group of people are here. We are hopeful for more and more people being able to come safely to temple for services, life cycle events, classes, programs, meals, meetings, and all the other synagogue things. It took us a while to get used to, if we can even say that, to get used to our isolation and our masks. It will take time for many of us to feel safe and comfortable to come back together. We have mixed emotions also because this night comes with the recognition of the 3.5 million people who have died from COVID-19 and the 170 million who have fought the disease in their body. Some of them are our family and friends. Some of them are ourselves. There's been a strain on every part of our world. We must always remember still the emergency responders, the doctors, the nurses, the scientists who have kept us alive. And we also must remember the cashier and the delivery person and the restaurant cook who kept us functioning. So many people have shared their wish that we would just get back to normal, going back to the way things were before we knew words like pandemic, PPE, and Zoom. It certainly feels so much more normal to have a sanctuary with congregants joined in song and prayer. But they are small in number, spread out, and masked. It is not quite normal. My friend, Reverend Will Kreitzman, shared with me the recognition that we are not going back. There is no normal. We have been forever impacted by this experience. We do not know exactly how it might affect us, but everything will be different because the past always changes the future. We need to be flexible to adjust our present to where we have been. This is an event that will be with us long beyond these years now. This is like the Great Depression or World War II. What we will do will always be in reflection of what we have been through. I think particularly of our kids, who had such a big chunk of their growing, sharing, learning, and socializing life disrupted, who faced the fear of illness and even death every day, and were isolated in a way that few of us could have imagined when we were children. The trauma that will symptomize is still a future event. The stress is not yet let up. We can't truly judge what its impact is. You can't change the tire on a car while you're still driving. The world hasn't stopped yet long enough to allow us to evaluate and start repairs on our psyche. But we started a little bit. Tonight is a step forward, and any step forward is a step towards the ultimate goal. There will be diversions and distractions and disruptions. The last 15 months have taught us to not be overly confident about what is coming next. Healing begins when we recognize we need healing and when we bring attention to others who need it even more than ourselves. In this week's Torah portion, Ba'alotecha, Moses' siblings, Miriam and Aaron, criticized Moses' leadership. If this took place today, they might have been guests on a cable news show. Back then, it seems to have been done in a conversation between the two of them that God hears. They are chastised for not recognizing that Moses, although their brother, is different from them. They may all be prophets of sorts, but Moses is the only one with a direct connection to God. The punishment that follows is that Miriam is covered with scales, sometimes called biblical leprosy. Why Aaron was not also punished was a whole class in Torah study. You should come. Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Zoom. Then something very notable happens that we've already pointed out several times this evening. Moses turns to God and cries out, El na rafana la, O God, please heal her. Moses reaches out in healing to his sister. Moses recognizes her pain and suffering, and uses his skills and position to help her. Miriam isn't healed immediately. 7 days she stays outside the camp, recovering and exiled. But the Jewish people wait for her. The community gave her the time she needed to recover and come back before moving forward. We too must look around for those needing healing and care and wait for them. Some of us are doing okay in this moment, vaccinated, employed, healthy. That's when we need to start looking for the others who need our strength and prayers. That's what our volunteer vaccine committee did. Members of our temple who helped arrange vaccine appointments back when they were scarce and complicated, driving other temple members whom they had never met before to help them find healing. They were sharing El Na Rafana Lanu. Oh God, please heal us. We all need to be healing. We all need to be healed. We are opening our sanctuary and our temple in ways we haven't in so many months. Some of us will be there right away. Some of us won't or can't right now. We are here now, and we will be here in the future. We will make sure, for example, that we have live stream services at every service so that anyone can still connect with services. Those who are not yet ready to be in the sanctuary, those who can't for other reasons, and also those who joined our community actively during the pandemic from all across the country. Everything will not be perfect, whatever has been. As the Israelite people knew to wait for Miriam, we will be here now and ahead for everyone. A leak in our boat will drown everyone, even if it isn't where you are sitting. We have much to be proud of in how we have been there for each other to get to this day. In this hopeful place we have come, we still need to look for the pain and share our healing for others. We need to rejoice our move forward, but like the Israelite people, not leave anyone behind. Tonight is full of mixed emotions, but let us celebrate in joy as we prepare for the ongoing healing that is forever part of our world. El Na Rafana Lanu. O God, please heal us. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Every joy we share is a chance to give strength and hope to others. We invite now those on Zoom to share your simchas in the chat for those to see. And I'll be moving through the congregation, inviting any of you who have a joy to share it into our microphone for all to hear. So, who has a simcha? I'm going to start on this side of the room and go to that side of the room. Don't miss your chance. Simcha, simcha, simcha.
Hi, I'm going to Chicago next week to see my older son and his family, including my 3 grandchildren, for the first time in forever.
Mazel tov.
At York, where I work, they just had commencement today. It was so nice to see our students graduate.
On July 15th, I've told my firm that I will be retiring. And I will become of counsel to my firm. Thank you.
Yesterday, my students at my school and I had our recital, and it was streamed on Facebook.
Oh, wonderful.
Yesterday, I visited Yankee Stadium for the first time in a couple of years. Watched the Yankees split a doubleheader with the Blue Jays.
Anyone else? Joe, anything? Sure.
First of all, I'm very happy to be back in the sanctuary, and also hello everyone. And yeah, Wow, applause. I like this. And I celebrated a round number birthday a few weeks back and had a bunch of really wonderful birthday video messages from a bunch of you. So thank you so much for that. And I won't tell you what round number, but you can probably guess.
We're so glad to have simchas to share. Throughout the pandemic, these simchas that we've shared gave us extra life and giving us a little hope. Even when things were terrible in our own world, in our own four walls of our houses, we heard that other people were having good things, and that reminded us good things will come to all of us. We have to look strong to make them happen. For many, many simchas ahead. We move now to the concluding blessings of our services, starting with the Aleinu in the middle of page 586. We invite to open the Ark, Joshua and David Pagan. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המעולם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The power to remember gives us strength. We hold close to those who have passed from this world in body, and we hold on to them in heart and mind. We invite those of you in Zoom to share the names you are remembering in the chat, and those in the congregation to please share any names out loud as I look in your direction.
Dorothy Sino, why God?
We share as a congregation, the Reformed Temple of Forest Hills remembers the yard site, the anniversary of the passings of Sergeant Frank Ackerman, Joyce Bartfield, Adolph Burns, Charles Chaffetz, Harold Cohen, Hannah Danziger, L. Herbert Davidson, Adele Drayson, Sidney Freed, Paul Garrett, Shirley B. Geller, Harry Gellers, Gordon Gilbert, Jacob Goodman, Benjamin Gordon, Sarah Handler, Jack Haddam, Selma Hirsch, Daniel Jacobs, Eleanor Jefferbaum, Sadie Klein, Ruth B. Kramer, David Kervoy, Emile Lafond, Sheila Endler Landau, Joseph Levy, Sonia Lieberman, Marilyn Liss, Elias Moss, David Parker, Neil Perry, Hillary Chak-Rofofsky, William Rosenberg, Roberta Rumsky, Abraham Solomon, Lois Sussman, Willia Jean Talbot, Herman Teitler, Dora Ullman, Ruth Unger, Giedel Unger, Simon Weil, Sam Winston. We share in sadness in the recent passings of Victoria Craven Cohen, friend of Tony Salagi, Hansi Kartak, brother of Carl Salagi, brother-in-law of Tony Salagi, Jennifer Alfert, friend of Jenny Byers. This week marks the one-year yahrzeit of George Floyd. Much has happened in the world since then to make his memory a blessing, but there is still much more yet to be done to make this world whole. As we join together in the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 598, please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, be'amad divrach rutei v'amlik malchutei, b'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael, b'agalav v'zman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam omei omaya, yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu. Leila minko birkata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nekamata, damiran be'ama v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to every broken heart. And let us say, amen.
Say shalom b'romav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'immeru, amen.
Amen. Please be seated. Now, with some words on behalf of our congregation, we invite up a Vice President of our temple, Andy Kimler.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First of all, it's very exciting to be back home. This is just remarkable. Thank you, Rabbi. Well, what can I say? Firstly, thank you to our clergy, Rabbi Cantor, for your inspiring leadership this year and for getting us to this place. You are a blessing to us both. Thank you again for everything you've done. You've kept us together. Just remarkable. Thank you. And I want to thank our reopening committee that helped get us here too, led by Alan Oberman and Jerry Ball. Also to our tech team, Steve and Sue, thank you again. Great job. Thank you. Okay. And also I thank our staff, Andy, Juan, Cheryl, Ed, everybody that's helped make this possible and have kept us going. And to our wonderful musicians, both on Zoom and in person, Joe and Bonnie, thank you again. And for our Owning to Go, sponsored by Linda and Monty, thank you so much. We're looking forward to that. It's very generous, thank you. We have a few exciting things, a whole bunch of exciting things coming up. June 4th, 6:15, the Shabbat Rishon is the pet blessing. So bring your critters, your fine furry friends and whatever, bring them here. On June 11th, we have Pride Shabbat. The guest speaker will be Dubs Weinblatt. That should be a very fine evening. Dubs has spoken here before. That should be wonderful. And then on June 18th at 8 p.m., we have the Juneteenth board installation Shabbat, a combination plate. So please come. There'll be a lot going on that night. And in keeping with the musical tradition of our president, who, while he's not here, I'm sure he's here in spirit and watching us all, I wanted to invoke the words of a song that I think reflect our feelings over the past year. What a long, strange trip it's been. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I just wanted to mention one thing that's sort of been.
Microphone.
Hello?
You're not talking into the microphone.
Oh, is it on now? Can you?
You're not talking into it.
Am I talking into it now? Yes. Recently added on June 19th, Saturday morning, we will be having a young family outdoor Shabbat for young families with little critters, age 0 to 5, out on the patio. So I would say that probably does not apply to anybody here, but if you know anybody who fits that category, let them know. Also, just to mention, on June 18th for the Juneteenth service, Gina Drangle and Joe and I will actually be in the sanctuary, although nobody else will, just because we wanted to make some music together.
As we move to the conclusion of our service, a few additional notes to what Andy and the cantor have said. Each of us should prepare for our own eggs tonight, whether that's something you're pulling out of the fridge or the pantry, or for those of you here in the sanctuary, there is an egg to go that you should take on your way out. We're very grateful to Diane Levy, Marilyn Reichstein, and Judy Senish, who organized and put that egg to go together. And again, to Linda Freitag and Monty Silberger, who sponsored that so wonderfully tonight. Just to be clear, there is next Friday our pet blessing. It is at the Shabbat Rishon, so services are at 6:15, but it is on Zoom. Do not show up to temple with your pets. Stay home with your pets. Keep the turtle and the fish in the house. Audrey, your bird, stays in the house. In fact, all services in June will be on Zoom on the same link that we're used to. Please join us every one of those nights, and of course on YouTube as well. In-person sanctuary services will begin in July. Details to come. I want to thank all of our Zoom people who've helped us. We're going to acknowledge them later on next month, but Leah Zappel and Sue Gregg and Steve Silberberg were the masterminds behind tonight, really taking a very different sort of service and applying their skills to it. And I want to thank the three of them deeply for making things happen. Just to the three of them, I didn't touch anything the whole night. I want to especially thank everyone who's here in the sanctuary tonight who took that leap of faith and had that commitment and need to be back here. Your energy was overwhelming to the two of us up here on the bima. We could feel your love and your commitment to your faith, to your temple, to each other. Both Cantor and I have led services in this sanctuary with nobody in the room. And I can speak on her behalf and say, it's a lot nicer when you're all here. So we look forward to that being a regular thing in the future. We're going to move to our motzi now here in the sanctuary, and then our closing song. I'd like to point out, I have been using hand sanitizer before the motzi since I came to temple, so this is not a Zoom, this is not a pandemic thing, this is a good, healthy, clean thing. So, our motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
Te'avon. And we are concluding with Adon Olam on page 625. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ein nasa v'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra le'acharei kiflot hakol levado imloch nora Adonai li velo iro.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Really, honey?